Hi everyone. So today we're going to be talking about the benefits of launching a single versus launching a mixtape as a new artist. So as an independent artist, because you don't have a record label pushing your single, pushing your music out for your marketing for you, you have to make sure that you're doing everything you can to make sure that your investments in your marketing is getting you the most out of your results. So the best way to start, if you don't really have a buzz yet, a lot of people in your city don't really know your music yet, instead of getting discouraged, focus on only putting your single out. So the single method is going to be best for artists who don't really have a lot of fans in their community at this time. So what I mean by that is, if you can't go with a group of your fans and actually start playing your music and people know your songs, you need to be focused on launching your single. Now hear me out. The reason that you want to focus on just a few singles instead of an entire mixtape, having those same singles that you're performing over and over again, that is how people who are going to become familiar with you as an artist and familiar with your music are actually going to be able to learn the lyrics to your songs. When people become familiar with your songs to the point that they actually want to listen to them, that is actually going to be free promotion for you. So the reason that's very important, because you do not have a large budget to spend on your marketing, having those few singles out there and constantly being played, those are the ones that you're constantly performing. Those are the ones that you're constantly telling people to go stream, listen to this, listen to this. These are the ones that are always going to be in your content, in your music videos. Whenever you're doing anything with your social media, you want to have those singles, those few singles, only no more than two, that you're really focusing on pushing. So that way that your fans it gets to the point they can just hear a snippet of the song and they know that it's you. They are able to identify that as your song. We love this artist, and they're able to put the pieces together. And not only will they like it because they're familiar with you, it starts to become a part of their daily routine. When they like this song enough that they actually start associating it with other factors, whether it be they heard this song when they had a memory with a friend, so now it becomes a part of their actual daily lifestyle. That is how you start converting true fans. So from there, that's after you have at least one or two songs that has reached that level, and that does not happen overnight. This is something that you're really going to have to be focusing on pushing yourself. You need to make sure that you're constantly performing, you're constantly putting these same songs into your content. That is the only way that people are going to be familiar with your music. Because now listen, I know a lot of artists, you all come to this scene, you know, hey, like I'm dope. I know that all of my music is awesome. That's great. We don't know you. As a cold audience, you need to give me a reason for me to actually want to listen to this music. So just you telling me to go listen to your song is not going to be enough to make me a fan. And that's not just me. I'm talking from the perspective of your cold audience. So the way that you get them, have the songs be familiar to them, where they're constantly hearing it to the point that it is actually becoming associated with something else in their life, that now it has importance. That is the only way that you're going to get people who are not your friends and your family to actually care about your music. Now, once you get to the point that you've actually done that for your music in the city, now we can focus on a mixtape. Now we can go ahead and move on to having multiple songs, because you've already done the groundwork of establishing your fan base. And once you've done that, once you actually have true fans that want to play your music, then your music is going to start to spread, because they're now going to be promoting the music on your behalf. And it's going to be natural. It's not like paid influencers or anything. These are actual people who love your music, so they're actually going to put your music in front of other people that they know like the same kind of music as them. So if you want to have those best results, if you're at that point of your career, make sure you're pushing out a single. Now, once we've reached that part, moving on to a mixtape. When you're creating a mixtape, it should not have, this is the absolute max. I believe it should be less than this, but no more than 6 or 7 songs. No more than 6 or 7 songs. I believe the perfect mixtape for a new artist will only have 5 songs on it. Now, the reason being, still, even though you're moving to the point where more people are becoming familiar with you, as you're reaching more and more people, I'm not going to sit down and listen to a full 10-song mixtape of somebody that I just met or I just heard their music yesterday. I'm not going to do that. Now, even if you look at some of the bigger artists, so argument that I know a lot of people will have to be Voice of the Heroes with Lil Durk and Lil Baby. Yes, that song had about, I think it was like 18 songs or something on it, but those are 2 of the biggest names in hip hop right now. There is no reason that you should have a 10-song mixtape. even with the two of them together, they still did not go over 20 songs. They still did not go over 10 songs apiece. So let's go ahead and think about that for a second too. So when you're putting out your mixtape, the best way that you're going to do, because you want to capitalize on your marketing, you want to capitalize on getting the most out of this marketing. So instead of creating 10 songs to show, hey, this is who I am as an artist, the best route will actually be to create a mixtape with those 5 songs, actually using having them be over familiar beats. So a popular one, like, I don't know, if you want to take a song from Lil Baby, go ahead and actually rap over one of his beats. Now you're creating familiarity with the audience by having a beat that they actually already know. They'll be able to listen. They'll be more enticed to actually listen through that whole song, not even really because of what you're saying, but just because they love the song, the original song. So using that method as for your mixtape is going to be a great marketing technique. So now, obviously, there will be some, you won't be able to necessarily have that be a copyrighted type of a piece of work, but that will be great marketing for you, and it's also wonderful content for your social media. I definitely suggest, for if you want to be constantly showing your fans your skills as an artist, your skills as a rapper, use other beats that are familiar and do your work over top of those beats. That has wonderful, like I said, wonderful content for your social media, and would be the only thing that I suggest for you doing a mixtape, because the goal of this is for you to get known by as many people as possible, so that your fans can be also affected and they can be shown as your organic fans in your streams. And that's what's going to get the record labels to pay attention, because let's be real, this is a business. It may look like a lot of fun and it's like doing this and that, but this is a music business. So at the end of the day, the record label does not care about how talented you are if there's no dollar signs behind you. If there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to get back the return of their investment, so signing you, putting that money into you, if they're not going to be able to at least get that back 10 times fold, they're not going to waste their time with you. So what you need to do is be able to show them, hey, this is what I've been able to do. These are the people that I've been able to get to invest with me, with ticket sales, with my merch purchases, with whatever you have to show them that these people are willing to invest in you financially. That's what's going to make them pay attention, whether or not you're the most talented artist out of Richmond, Virginia or not. So that's my take on that. If you all have any questions, please reach out to me. Like I said, DM me on Instagram. I'm at JasmineMB. That's JasmynMB. Thank you.